In this session, we explore Looking Beyond Error, the metaphysics of true forgiveness in A Course in Miracles. Our objective is educational, to examine how perception, not behavior, is the real focus of healing, and how a change in sight can dissolve guilt and restore a stable, peaceful mind. Traditional forgiveness contains a hidden trap. The ego trains us to study the offense, prove it is real, and only then attempt to pardon it. This creates a paradox. Once the mind has certified an error as real and harmful, it cannot honestly overlook it. We will analyze why this approach fails psychologically. Here we examine the metaphysical weight of making it real. When we scrutinize an error and emotionally react, we invest it with psychological reality. The Course teaches that once an illusion is treated as real, the mind loses the simple capacity to overlook it. Our task is to understand this mechanism of belief. This diagram outlines the ego's cycle. First, we perceive error, then validate it as a true attack. Next, we attempt a superior pardon, and finally, we demand some form of undoing or payment. Forgiveness fails because the mind is asked to dismiss what it has just defined as a genuine threat. The loop then repeats. The antidote begins with a reversal of sight. True forgiveness does not wait for the error to harden into a grievance. Instead, it meets perception at the source, declining to grant the illusion the status of reality. By looking beyond error from the outset, we prevent it from gaining psychological substance. Shifting the plane of focus is central. Through the ego's lens, attention locks onto the error and truth fades from view. Through the Holy Spirit's lens, attention rests on inherent innocence and shared truth. Educationally, this shows that what we choose to emphasize in perception determines the world we experience. The architecture of innocent perception does not repair mistakes by analysis. It starts from the premise that God's creations cannot lose their holiness. From this vantage point, anything that contradicts love is simply passed over. The mind looks past error to truth, allowing healing without dwelling on the problem. The ego insists that some errors are minor, while others are massive, requiring heavier guilt and complex forgiveness. The Holy Spirit teaches that no illusion has real substance. There are no degrees of nothingness. Educationally, this removes hierarchy from our grievances and opens the door to consistent release. This slide contrasts two timelines. When we keep an error real, we drag its shadow from past to future, sustaining a narrative of guilt. When we look beyond it, we enter the holy instant, the present moment in which the mind is free, unburdened by history. Forgiveness is thus a decision about time itself. Here we compare two plans for salvation. The ego focuses on the specific error, analyzes it, demands payment, and produces ongoing guilt. The Holy Spirit focuses on the light in everyone, looks beyond the error from the start, asks only gentle overlooking, and yields immediate release and shared innocence. A miracle is essentially a shift in sight. It is the deliberate withdrawal of belief from the ego's symbols. We are not asked to fix the illusion, but to stop validating it. This inner recognition of equal worth naturally extends outward, transforming relationships without the burden of complex moral accounting. Release from the burden of undoing means recognizing that what seemed threatening has no real substance. True forgiveness is not strenuous moral effort. It is a clear decision to withdraw faith from the error. When our attention no longer feeds it, the grievance loses energy and quietly disappears from mind. We conclude with the principle that reality can dawn only in an unclouded mind. To overlook nothingness is to judge it accurately and let it go. By choosing to see clearly, refusing to grant illusions power, we create the mental conditions in which peace, clarity, and genuine understanding can reliably emerge.